Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about a TikTok that went absolutely viral based on this Doordash driver who absolutely lost his mind. It is not a good situation. The guy is screaming. There's, in my opinion, never a time where losing your temper can ever be tolerated. Ever. In any situation. I can't think of a single situation, maybe you can, where someone losing their temper is a good thing. Is it? I don't think anyone screaming at the top of their lungs, unless it's like a baseball game, or not even a baseball game, maybe a football game or something. Like, I can't imagine a time, especially in society, in a public place, in a restaurant, in someone's personal business, where losing your mind and screaming at the top of your lungs should be tolerated or is even remotely acceptable. So I'm going to play the video right here.
You are so selfish! Do you know the economic damage you're causing small businesses?
So as you can see, this is someone who's probably got some internal issues. They probably don't have too many friends or something, because anytime you act like this, no one's going to want to be around you. Not your customers, not your clients, not your friends, not even your family. No one wants to be around someone who can't control their temper. And in this particular situation, this guy is ruining this person's small business. I don't know what restaurant this is. It's not a good video at all. All you can hear is screaming. And it's not ever going to be a good time where someone can, I don't know, where we can tolerate this. So what I'm going to explain to you guys is a situation that happened to me actually just yesterday. So I was driving back from Miami. Now, little preface, I've always tried to keep my cool. I've always tried to never, ever lose my temper under any circumstances. I've always seen that as a bad thing. I've always tried my absolute best to be absolutely level-headed in the most extreme circumstances. And guys, I've dealt with some pretty extreme circumstances. I've been performing athlete for over 10 years. People lose their minds. They're super dangerous situations, but I've always managed to keep my cool. That is the one thing that I think that I'm extremely good at, is being level-headed and analyzing everything as well as you possibly can, because if you're in a bad situation, regardless, you're going to be in that bad situation. And the person that you are screaming at, or whoever it is that you're pissed at, is working with you. You guys are a team right now. You have to get through that situation in order to move on with life, right? Right. So the person in this case is a Doordash driver who's been waiting there apparently for like 20 minutes or so, screaming at the clerk or whoever's working the cash register. And that's not right to even be like the clerk, you know? Like, you should never be screamed at, especially when it's not like she's not even cooking the food, you know? It's like, anyways, okay, so I'm going to go over a situation that happened to me yesterday. So I was driving back from Miami or Hollywood, Florida to Tampa, where I am right now. And you can see I got this nice hotel room, right? This is the same one that I was in about 5 days ago before the conference. But I was thinking, I was like, maybe I'll try to stay in a different place. So I'm looking up hotels in Tampa, because this is the place that Six Flags or Busch Gardens, the place that I'm performing at, suggested to stay at. And it's really nice. Okay, and I gotta sit in here for the next 4 days. I don't have anything to do. All I have is my notepad that I wrote down at that business conference, and I have so many ideas, and all I want to do is sit down and work. So obviously, the most important thing that I'm looking for is a nice work office. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'm willing to pay more for a hotel. Like, there's probably some really nice ones if I actually just pay more of a premium price. So I'm looking through, and the best one that pops up, and I don't know how this is possible, but this is the highest rated hotel for the least amount of money. It was about $120 a night. And I was like, wow, well, it's not too expensive, you know, that's less than half of what I was paying for in Miami. And it's a pretty nice hotel. Like, I'll put in the pictures right here. of when I'm looking through it, I'm like, wow, this place looks really nice. There's a pool table. There's a pool. There's like, it's just like seemed like such a nice place for me to go and work. And I get there, and this place is a joke. Like, I cannot describe to you. Like, as soon as I see it, I was like, wow, that's a nice, like, little swamp right behind it. It looked great. Like, to be honest, it looked good from outside. The moment I stepped inside, I knew this is not going to be a good hotel at all. It smelled really musky. It was almost like it smelled like mold, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure I probably was smelling mold. There was no ventilation. It was humid inside the building. The air wasn't working very well. And I mean, I check in, all is good. I get into my hotel room, and I'll just insert some photos of it. When you get into a room, there's certain things like the color, the texture on the walls, the lighting in the room. And as soon as I got in there, I was like, wow, this is insanely disgusting. Like, this room is tiny. It smells really bad. In the actual room itself, it smelled really bad. It was tiny. It didn't look even remotely like anything on the photos. And I was like, looking at the photos, I was like, there's no way that I'm paying for this. It doesn't even look, it feels like a dungeon. You know, like, I'm sure someone's been in a room before where you feel like you're in a dungeon. So I was like, okay, I went on to my reservation, and I took off the last 3 days of the reservation. I was like, okay, I'll just stay here one night, and then I'll move to this hotel that I'm at today. So I laid down on the bed, and immediately I just sunk to the bottom. And I was like, no, this is not something I'm tolerating. I cannot sleep in a bed that feels like a beanbag, you know? Like, that's horrible for your back, and it just felt really bad. So I go to the desk, and I tell him, I'm like, hey, look, I can't stay here. And I showed him, I was like, look, this is the photos of your website, and this is the photos that I just took of the room. They don't even look close, and this is the exact same room. So he was like, immediately lost his temper and was like, we can't do refunds. You're going to get charged the $98 at least. There's no refunds for one night. And I was like, okay, hold on a sec. I walked into that room and I walked right back out. I'm not paying $100 to walk into a room, realize this is not what you guys are promising, and walk right back out. And he said, well, the last you can cancel it for a refund is at 4 o'clock. And I was like, okay, it's 5:30. I booked this room 30 minutes ago online. Note to self, and for you guys, don't ever book online, because what you see is what you get. Might not be what you get. And in this situation, it was really magnified for me. I was like, this is a dungeon. Like, no joke, these photos look good because of my lighting on my phone. Otherwise, it was a mess. All the lights were super, super yellow. Kind of like this one right here. It's like super, super yellow, but they just weren't bright at all. So it just felt like I was like in like a ancient, I don't know, it was just really bad, to be honest. The bathroom looked horrible. Everything about the hotel sucked. Anyways, and then I was like, look, how are you going to charge me $100 when I walked into the room and I was extremely disappointed and I'm walking out, and I mean, you guys don't want a bad review, right? Let's just work together. And he's like, no. If it's after 4 o'clock, you don't get a refund. And I was like, look, man, I'm not paying $98 for a room that I walked into, was disgusted by, and walked out. Not only that, there was a baby screaming at the top of their lungs the entire time. Then I find out later this was actually his wife and baby, who for some odd reason, were staying in the room next to me and just would not stop. The baby was just screaming the whole time. And like, you don't, like, I get it, of course, from the parenting situation, but from the customer situation, I'm not going to stay in a room like that. So what I did was this guy started losing his temper, because I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll leave you guys a bad Yelp review. I'll go through it on my credit card. And he's literally like screaming at me, telling me, you agreed to a policy. You will pay the $98 if it's after 4 o'clock. And I was like, are you done? Why are you screaming at me? I'm calm. I'm talking to you in a polite manner. Why are you screaming at me? I'm the customer here. Why are you doing that? And it took him about a second, and he was like, okay, I'll call my manager. I'll see what we can do. I'll see if we can get you a refund. But the problem is, like, you're going to walk out of here and you're going to leave a bad Yelp review anyways. And I was like, look, man, if we can work together and we can get my money back, it's not your fault that this place doesn't look anything like the pictures. It's not your fault at all. So I'm not blaming you. I'm not going to walk out of here and leave you guys a bad Yelp review, you know? And he was like, okay, I'll call my manager and let's see if we can get you a refund. And just that situation is like a perfect example of keeping your cool, because what would have happened if I would have started screaming at this guy? It would have became a yelling match. Someone would have got pissed off and walked out and nothing would have happened. But keeping your cool in any situation is always, you're always going to be on the winning side. If someone loses their temper, it's not going well for them. Like, you don't see someone winning an argument by just screaming at someone. It doesn't work that way. And even if you do, like, the person you're screaming at is going to do something in spite of you the moment you turn around and leave, right? So, anyways, I just wanted to kind of talk about this because I feel like this is one of the things that I look most at in traits and in people that I hire in my businesses and in people that I keep as friends. If someone's losing their cool, I don't want to be around them. So if you're one of those people that's like screaming in the car, maybe you have bad road rage. I mean, a lot of people just laugh at it like, yeah, I have road rage. Dude, have you ever been in the car with someone who has road rage? It's not cool. It's not cool at all. So don't be that person. Work on your tempers, guys. Hopefully everyone can find this video at least informational, and if you guys enjoy the video at all, we're going to be talking about more kinds of stuff like this, business and just life advice and all that kind of stuff. I wrote down so many notes when I was in that business conference. I feel like I have like so much information to share with you guys. So if you guys enjoy these kinds of videos at all, consider subscribing to the channel and also smash that like button for me. It really helps out my channel. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one. If you haven't yet, check out my footwear company at offaxisathletics.com. Use the discount code OFFAXISTanner for 30% off. We will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.